Hi, my name is Richard Answer from Once Wills and Trusts, founder and private wealth advisor. And today I want to talk to you about what is an estate. Now, it might seem like a very trivial or basic topic to some, but it's actually really, really important that everyone understands what the government expects to be an estate. So you know what is contemplated, what's required when trying to determine a will for yourself or any kind of estate planning or even succession planning. All right. And your estate essentially is your wealth, what you're technically worth in terms of some type of a value. And I want to show you how that's all made up. All right. So if we turn to our screen, which you can see here, my special pen, how you can read my doctor's handwriting. So, what we have with your estate, normally and generally speaking, we look at property. It could be your main home. It could be investment property or second home. If it's joint property, inclusive, okay, it's important that we look at that. Any partial ownership, we look at any potential inheritance. It's not made up specifically of your estate, but if it's something that is due at some point relatively soon, it can also be taken into consideration. Okay, we've got savings and investments. We don't look at pensions per se because that's outside of your estate. It's already part of a trust, so it's not directly in your estate. Unless you got savings from the lump sum, then that will make up part of your estate. Okay, it does include cryptocurrency. We've got collectibles. Okay, jewelry, any expensive items, precious metals. Right, all this can be used to go towards making up your estate. If you run any form of business, okay, whether it's a traditional, we call brick and mortar business, online, very important, especially this day and age with digital assets, okay, which is another topic for another time. Doesn't matter if you're a sole trader, in a partnership, okay, or if you're a company director. All right, onshore or offshore, okay. If you have any offshore assets, that's directly in your name. That forms part of your estate, part of your worldwide assets. And under the UK, England and Wales law, then if you have no other will ascertained around the world, then for as far as inheritance tax is concerned, it's all worldwide assets that will make up your estate, provided you're resident here, and in particular if you're domiciled for the England and Wales. All right, so these all make up part of your estate. Now, it's nowhere near exhaustive, but it's, there's stuff I probably missed out, like wine and things like that, things of value. And ultimately, if it's directly in your name and you own it, then it forms as part of your estate. Now, the reason why this is very, very important, because, and I'll talk about this more in another recording, but ultimately, the value of your estate then determines really what your tax situation is, especially in the realm of inheritance tax. Okay, which we'll come on to at another time. The other part that's important is gifts and making gifts to loved ones and distributing your assets to loved ones. And we're going to be talking about gifting and ways in which you can make gifts and why that's important. All right. But ultimately, if you don't understand what an estate is now, you should understand what an estate is. That's what we utilize. That's what's required. That's what the government wants to know, or HMRC wants to know, when we do something called probate, which is to prove your assets, what you own. Okay. And the distribution of those assets in succession. So your estate is very, very important. It's important that you understand how that's made up. All right. That's enough for me for now. Thank you for your time. I do appreciate that. Cheers.